My name is Jill Coil, and I own Coil Law in Salt Lake City, Utah, or Sandy, Utah to be more specific. And we do family law, specialize in domestic litigation, divorces, modifications. We also do personal injury and some criminal law. Top three things that people should know in a divorce, I think, really come down to these three things. And I've thought about them to make sure that you, as a consumer, somebody looking to get divorced, has the simplest but most important things that you could follow. And one of those is make sure you find the right divorce attorney. I think it's really important to make sure that you do your research. You need to make sure that you read their reviews. That's very, very important. Make sure you go to Google. Also, websites like Avvo.com will have their reviews as well. I also think it's really important to interview a few attorneys. So make sure you schedule consultations with them and you go and you actually talk to them. And I always warn, like, a free consultation might sound great at the beginning, but you get what you pay for. So if you want somebody to actually get a feel of what they're going to do for you on your case, don't be afraid of those attorneys that are charging you for a consultation, because they clearly are doing it for a reason, because they don't want to waste your time just as you don't want to waste their time. So make sure that you interview a few attorneys and go with the person that really feels good and that you have good confidence about. The second thing I think is really important when you're going through a divorce is, I always say, if you have nothing nice to say, don't email, text, or say it. And what that means is, just like when you're going through a divorce, obviously things are heated. You're struggling with your spouse or soon-to-be ex-spouse, and so people tend to let their emotions be worn on a sleeve. And I'm telling you, those emails, those texts, those words are going to be used against you in court. It's not going to help anybody. So I always say, just keep your mouth shut, and for sure keep it off of social media, text messages, emails, because those can be used against you in court. So the best thing you can do is just play nice. Be the bigger person. Let them be the one that, berates you on a text message and you don't say anything in return. That's going to be really helpful for the court when they're determining who, is willing to co-parent, or who's willing to, be more reasonable in a divorce to help you get through that. The third thing that I thought is really important when going through a divorce is invest in your divorce as if you would invest in yourself or invest in your future. And what I mean by that is, don't get this mantra that if I don't hire an attorney, I'll keep it simple. I'll try to keep it, keep peace with my spouse, and therefore, we'll try to creatively come up with our own divorce decree. In my practice, I do more fixing of bad pro se decrees, meaning somebody that did it themselves, than I actually do original divorces. And I think it's because people get into this idea that, oh, we're on good terms right now, we'll just write our terms down and we'll just keep the peace. And what they don't realize is that you are not thinking of anything in the future. You're not realizing that a good divorce attorney is there not only to help you through the divorce, but to protect yourself and your future. And so by investing in your divorce, hiring a good attorney, I know it's money that a lot of people don't feel like they have, but it's like investing in your future to be able to continue to grow, be successful in whatever you do. And a couple examples to that is retirement or future income. That's all stuff that you're going to be able to turn around and invest in yourself. But if you don't get a good divorce attorney that's going to help you through that, to make sure that it's done fairly, done correctly, you're going to come back to me in 3 years to ask to fix it because you realize that it wasn't fair, or, oh my gosh, I'm stuck in this rut, I can't get free from my spouse or something like that, which is going to cost you a lot more money. So I always say the investment now is so important. You will save so much more money by hiring an attorney to get you through it so that you make sure you do it right the first time. Hiring an attorney does not mean it's going to become overly litigious, meaning you're going to go to court and you're going to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. In fact, getting an attorney involved can really probably save you thousands in the long run. And find that attorney that's not looking to just take your case because they think, oh, I can make a buck off of you. Find the attorney that specializes in your area, that is good at what they do, and can problem solve and get this resolved quickly, fairly, and as, you know, I guess to protect you as best as possible.